Good evening, Todd. My name is Gary. I chose your task to review for the reason it's got some parallels to my very own. So let's begin, shall we? First of all, your challenge is very similar to my challenge. I too also want to develop powerful activities for our learners using digital technology, of course, for the reason that I think we need to get away from the chalk face and become more facilitators than the old stand-up teacher as we were in the 20th century. You've raised the point that if we do these things, we'll be heading towards personalised learning, which is something I'm aiming for. As we move around the room more, we will find we do a lot more group work and, as hoped for, one-on-one tuition. And God knows our young people need more one-on-one time with their teachers. In doing so, you've hit on the point of independent inquiry. Now that lends to the breakaway from the 20th century 3Rs to more modern 21st century 4Cs, which is, of course, what our young people are crying out for: the creativity, communication, collaboration, and, of course, critical thinking. These are values that our learners are being installed with, to the point that it's really at the heart of what you say where their interests lie. You did actually hit on something I didn't really focus on much, and that was that we are having quite an unpredictable future for technology, for education in general, and for job opportunities. In which case, it's going to be difficult to really provide a learning pathway, and that's something we need to consider. It does bring me to your reading on Beetham and Sharp. I believe it's towards the end of the part 2. It's a chapter called, let me recall, I think it's called Designing for Future Learning in an Uncertain Future. And there's several assumptions they make there, one of which is that you and I as educators will continue to design fantastic learning opportunities. The second thing that I did notice in that chapter was that we're making an assumption that our young people are motivated to learn, and they will continue in the future to be motivated to learn, even when they are outside our learning environment, when they're leaving institutions and living their own lives. We are presuming they'll become lifelong learners, in which then we're imparting more than just knowledge, we're imparting a skill of learning. That is something that is highly sought after in a day where our future is unpredictable. Your goal has been quite clear to use Google Classroom. That'd be a short-term goal, I imagine, as a platform for learning and introducing other programs. In our school, we're looking at Hapara. I've used Google Classroom for a number of years, but Hapara is a newer version of that, and it has its flaws, of course. But you know what? It doesn't really matter whether we go Hapara or continue with Google Classroom. What I do know is that as long as we ask ourselves why are we using Hapara or why are we using Google Classroom before we decide how to use it, the why will give us a purpose behind the reasons for the house. And as long as we do that, I think you and I are on the right track. So I trust that is some useful feedback for you.